I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a little over 3 years now, and throughout jiu-jitsu, you'll learn to deal with regrets, especially when you're rolling in practice. You'll be like, man, I shouldn't have done this. I should have done this here instead of this. Then I wouldn't have gotten tapped, or they wouldn't take my back, or whatever. But those kind of decisions, they get amplified when it is in a tournament. About 13 months ago, to the day almost, I was in a tournament in Canada, and I was a white belt. I think I was a three-stripe white belt. It was no gi. I was 155-ish or so, and I was competing in the finals, and that's not that impressive because there was only 3 of us in the bracket, but I made it to the finals, no gi. I was going up against this Canadian, and our takedown game in the match was not the best. It was almost like non-existent. Both of us did not have a takedown game in this match. Oh, and by the way, if you want someone to record your matches at tournaments, don't give it to the guy that is coaching you, because they're going to be so focused on coaching you, it's going to be hard for them to keep the camera on the match, just so you know.
Drive him down. Not control it.
But I was going against this guy, no takedown game, and this is an important detail for later, because we go throughout the match and we score back and forth a little bit, and there's about a minute left in the match, and we get into a scramble. I am up 7-6, and I have the option, okay, do I stay connected to this guy and try to preserve my 1-point lead with about a minute or 50 seconds left and win that way? Or do I disconnect, and because our takedown game was terrible at the beginning of this match, try to preserve my 1-point lead by just keeping him from taking me down? Well, I go for option 2. I decide to stand up, disconnect, we're on our feet, the match is going, he gets aggressive, he knows he is down, he has to do something, so he shoots for a double. And you look at the double, it's not that good a double. His shoulders are like at my belly button. And I guess there's another decision I regretted. Oh man, I'm making this video and I'm having more regrets. I was like, I should have sprawled, but instead I go for a guillotine. We get on the ground, he gets the 2 points, now it's 8-7, and my only hope is that guillotine. I put my hand on his outside hip to stop him from getting into Von Flue position, but then I'm not able to get the guillotine. You see the smile, and after that, it's just a desperate attempt to try to get a sweep to take the lead back, but he wins by 1 point. And so for the past 13 months, every time I thought back to that match, I would have those feelings of regret, like, I should have stayed connected to him. Why did I get up on my feet? I know our takedown game was terrible, and his double leg was terrible, but I should have stayed connected. And so for the past 13 months, I've had that regret. Well, you fast forward 13 months almost to the day, and now I'm in another tournament. I'm a blue belt now. I'm in the Masters division, 30 plus, in the 150 to 159 pound weight division. There are 3 guys in my no-gi brackets. This is the first match of the day, and I end up in a similar position where there is 30 seconds left, if I remember right, and I am up by a point, 3-2. And we get to our feet, and the only thing going through my mind is, don't let the same thing happen here that happened 13 months ago at that tournament in Canada. And so I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? What can I do to stop him from coming at me? And then, I'm sure many of coaches have said this, in those times, be aggressive. Take the attack to them. And so that's what I did. Instead of waiting for him to come at me and just trying to stuff his attacks, I go to him. I shoot for a single. I'm able to grab it. There's like 10 seconds left. I think he pulls me down into the ground. I'm kind of in half guard position, and the match ends, and I get redemption. And so now that regret that I had from 13 months ago in that tournament isn't so big, because I was in a similar situation 13 months later, and I made the right decision and won the match and had my arm be raised. So I get a little redemption in the tournament setting. And then I go on and I get choked out with a rear naked choke in the final. So I took second. But still, I won that one. I got redemption.